Next, we have a Takumi who focused on the taste factor. Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm in Atsugi City, Kanagawa Prefecture, situated right next to Tokyo. Today, I would like to introduce you to a Takumi who specializes in taste. He has made possible what many have considered impossible. Let's go meet him. Hello.
Hello.
This is our Takumi, Hidekazu Ikezaki. Ikezaki invented this taste sensing machine. It is the first machine in the world that can measure tastes and represent them as numerical data. It's really possible for a machine to measure differences in taste like people?
Yes, but before I explain, let's do an experiment.
3 different types of coffee will be tasted. Me versus the taste sensing machine. Whoever analyzes the taste in greatest detail wins. A was very bitter and sour. It was quite strong in taste. And B and C was a bit more milder, but I couldn't really tell the difference. It was very, very close. Next, it's the taste sensing machine's turn. These finger-like rods are dipped inside the cups of coffee. 1 hour later, the machine delivers its results. The machine has clearly identified the faint differences in bitterness and sourness between B and C. It also evaluated the astringency, savoriness, and even the aftertastes of the coffees. I could sense the difference between sourness and bitterness, but the machine can evaluate so much more. I lose. How exactly is taste analyzed numerically? The secret is in these 6 finger-like sensors. On the tip of each is an artificial lipid membrane, much like the one found on the human tongue. These membranes can pick up taste factors. This happens when the membrane comes in contact with a taste, which causes a change in electrical potential. The machine measures this change, detecting the taste. For example, here you see a piece of sensor film being soaked in a chemical substance that will allow it to capture sweetness. Each of the 6 sensors is engineered to capture 1 of 6 taste factors as well as any aftertaste. The development of the taste sensing machine began when Ikezaki encountered Professor Kiyoshi Toko of Kyushu University. Professor Toko was studying taste. They began to work together on a machine with the same sense of taste as the human tongue. Its development would take 20 years.
For example, we had no idea we could create a membrane that would only respond to one taste factor. We had to make thousands of membranes before we understood the mechanism at work and could come up with a current design.
The taste sensing machine is currently being used by many large food manufacturers, both in Japan and abroad. It has been hugely important in the development of new food products. It is especially useful in helping companies design products for different foreign markets. Instant noodles, 1 cup from Japan, 1 from Vietnam. Using the taste sensing machine, we can see the differences in Japanese and Vietnamese palates. By numerically measuring these differences in taste, companies can develop products that are a precise fit for any country or region. We're joined in the studio by Hidekazu Ikezaki, the Takumi who developed the world's first taste sensor. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
And this is the taste sensing machine that he developed in collaboration with Professor Toko.
It's smaller than I expected.
Yes, over 350 units are used by food manufacturers and pharmaceutical companies in Japan and abroad.
It's been 2 years since I visited you, but have there been any changes since then?
Yes, it's nothing big, but some stores have begun posting data from the machine in their dressing and condiments section and wine section so that their customers can see it.
It's very convenient as it provides detailed information regarding taste trends.
Take wine, for example. There is such a variety that in most cases, you don't know how it'll taste until you try it. The taste sensor provides numerical indicators, making it easier to choose what you want. It's like a ruler to measure taste. This wasn't available 2 years ago.
The theme of today's show is food technologies for the world. How do you see this machine being used?
Japan has begun actively promoting its food all around the world. So it'll come up against many diverse food cultures. The question is, how will it handle each situation? Japanese companies are known for being very attentive to their customers' needs. All things considered, I'd venture to say that this machine is the perfect tool.
I see. Are you working on anything new?
Yes, I'm currently working on an application that will raise the taste sensing machine's potential. As we saw, the Japanese and Vietnamese palate is very different. Once you've identified the difference, the question becomes, how can the taste be adjusted? Until now, workers had to hold taste tests and make adjustments. The application that I'm working on will work with the taste sensing machine to solve those issues.
That's interesting.
Yes, please try this coffee.
It smells wonderful. It's delicious.
This is good coffee.
That coffee is Blue Mountain No. 1, which is the king of coffee, and the price is about $20 for 100 grams.
That's expensive. No wonder it's called the king.
Coffee manufacturers will try to recreate a certain flavor, for example this one, by blending different beans, tasting it, and making adjustments. And this is repeated many times. The whole process can be accomplished in pretty much one shot by using the taste sensor data with the application.
In one shot? That's impressive.
Yes, I have the coffee ingredients here. This is inexpensive Colombia Excelso. Then we have 3 types of Brazil No. 2 coffee, which is averagely priced. Each was roasted differently. I'll use these 4 to recreate the taste of Blue Mountain coffee. I'll begin the calculations now. Okay, it's begun. The results are out.
Oh, just like that?
Yes.
That was quick.
What were the results?
50% Colombia Excelso, 20% the first variation of Brazil No. 2, 8% of the second, and 22% of the third. This will produce a coffee blend that tastes just like the target coffee. Here is the blended coffee. Please try it.
Can't tell the difference. Are you sure it isn't the same coffee?
It's the same for me. It's excellent coffee. I'm amazed. This application has incredible potential.
All I did was combine it. But what I want to draw attention to is the cost. People have already been using it and have been able to lower costs by 30%. But with this machine, it can be done at 1/10 of the cost.
1/10? I'm sure all the coffee lovers and coffee manufacturers will be thrilled to hear that.
Normally, the professionals will select about 100 types of coffee beans. Then they'll repeatedly mix and taste it to find the right combination. But with 100 varieties, there are an almost infinite number of combinations. The machine automatically calculates it and narrows it down.
That's easy to understand. Could you tell us what the ultimate goal is for you?
Yes. In the food industry, the developers are told what to make and what their budget is, so they're quite limited in their opportunity to experiment. I hope this tool will speed up the process so that the additional time, personnel, and funds could be put toward more creative projects. I want to help make that a reality.
Mr. Ikezaki, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here's the terminology from Mr. Akaike.
The Takumi called it a tool, and this reminded me of a design tool called CAD, which is used to develop industrial products. However, until now, something like this hasn't been available for the food industry. With the development of the taste sensor, it has become possible to recognize patterns and analyze component structures. New flavors can also be invented in the future. Furthermore, businesses can customize their products according to the local preference. The system will play a big part in recreating the unique flavors of each region. The Takumi's taste sensing machine is literally the CAD of the food industry.